All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Another episode of the Always Chillin' Podcast. Skinny D and the Sandman in the barbershop once again. So my wife got me some new shoes. She made a mistake because I like them a lot, but they're Air Force Ones. This is my first pair of Air Force Ones. So
First pair ever.
Jordan 1s, limiting myself to Jordan 1s was a control method so that I can't be collecting two different kinds of shoes. But I really like these a lot. So now I think I want a couple more pairs of fours. You know what, though? They are, the sole's a lot thicker. So I feel like these make me a lot taller.
Yeah. And like I said, those are originals. I'm pretty sure just because of how high they are.
Yeah, they're nice, man.
And, you know, you said she made a mistake. Okay. I'll call it an honest mistake.
Well, I mean, it was a mistake because I'm going to want to spend more money on shoes.
There you go. She thought they were J's.
Right. She thought they were J's, but she accidentally started a new
you got
a new problem for me.
You got a whole nother route now. You got a fork in the road, dog.
And they got Air Force Ones and they got a bunch of cool colors and shit.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true or not. I haven't looked. I got to make sure if it's true or not. But they said Nike is going to stop making the Air Force Ones.
Let's see. Let me Google it real quick.
Yeah, let's confirm this.
Nike.
Because I myself, in the past week.
This not stopping, but cutting back.
Okay, cutting back. Myself in the past week, I probably bought myself probably 5 pair of Air Force Ones.
It's kind of fucked up, though, because now that they're popular, they're going to stop me. So Air Force Ones are going to be hard to get. Like I'm going to be on the app, trying to get them, and it's going to be like, nope,
it's going to be that bullshit again.
But
I don't know. I think they're regulating that. I think that's getting regulated.
It does seem like there's a lot more Jordans in stock.
Yeah, I think that's getting even on the shelf. Even
yeah,
I've seen none of that I would get, but I've seen
some at God, where the fuck were we? Like Kohl's or something, and they had a pair of Jordans.
Really?
Jordan 1s, yeah. And Shields had Jordan 1 cleats. But those don't seem that hard to get.
Yeah, they're really not that hard to get. And what I'm hoping them talking about, you know, how they're cutting package. Maybe Nike's gonna open the vault, like I was talking about earlier, the Andre Agassi's. Like I think it was 89, 90, maybe 91. And a lot of youngsters probably don't remember Andre Agassi, but he made tennis dope. Like he was the rock and roll tennis player. I think he dated Brooke Shields. Had the long mullet and shit.
That's cool.
He quit wearing the traditional tennis white. He would have pink, yellow, oranges, and blues and shit. And Nike came out with a signature shoe. I think he had 2, maybe 3. And I never got a hold of them back in 90, 89, 90. Maybe, hopefully, Nike will throw those back in the mix. You got them on the screen?
No, I'm looking at Air Force One colorways.
And the Air Force One is basic. I think I talked to you about it. Yeah, I think we talked in a couple shows ago. The Air Force One is basically it's basically a Jordan 1.
It's like the same shit.
Yeah, it's a Jordan.
It just doesn't
1.
have the Jordan logo on it.
Yeah, that's it.
That the leather, all the cuts of the leather are like the same.
It's all the same.
The toe box is the same.
I think there were 2 or 3 renditions of that. Georgetown wore a pair where they had the Nike on the back, but if you look at the silhouette, it's a Jordan.
Oh, right. That's why I don't blame my wife at all because all she sees is my shoes, and you look at these on the shelf, and they look
very
like
similar.
It looks the same.
Very
shit.
similar. You can, if you're a sneaker freak, you see. Okay.
Yeah, I know what they are. Like I was looking. At first I took them out of the box, and I was like, these look like weird ones, and I was looking at them. I was like, oh, they're Air Forces.
Yeah. I think
so. Even I thought they were.
I think the 85 Georgetown. I think they changed the sole, and then the Jordan 1s, the ones that were all white, is the Air Force One.
Mm-hmm.
So she did good.
She did good. I like them a lot, dude.
I give her a B plus.
I'll give her an A, dude. They're really they're really comfy. I'll give her a B plus for starting a money problem
and thinking of you on vacation.
Yeah, an A for thinking of me on vacation. A B plus for making me want another kind of shoe.
Okay, good grades, girl. Good grades. Them's good.
Yeah,
grades.
really good. Yeah. Really good.
Yeah, now you got a whole nother hobby now, bro.
I like these a lot. They're like something about them feels comfier.
They do.
Like I think it is because the sole's a little thicker.
Like I cut hair in my ones all day.
It's like
and
they
I
feel
feel good at the end of the day.
The Jordans they feel a little thin on the bottom, honestly. Like sometimes I feel like I can feel the ground through them
because you got them original shits.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, you got them expensive ones. You know what I mean, and they're the OGs. And I was telling my nephew that the other day. There's the retros, which are cool. I'll wear retros. I don't really give a fuck. But the OGs, you got the OGs, which is probably how they still made them in '85. That's the difference. It could be the same shoe in front of you. One's gonna be a retro, which is just a remake. Like the 4s. Have you seen the 4s? Like instead of them being suede, they're leather now.
Oh,
I personally don't.
I like leather more than suede. Probably.
You like?
Yeah, I have some suede Jordans, and they're kind of hard to. It's kind of hard to keep them clean.
Yeah, there is.
And then sometimes the dyed suede, when you get it wet, it like gets on other shit.
That is the thing about it, and that was the thing about them then. Like after you hooped in them, that was it.
Yeah, it's like
You had
suede.
to resort to hooping.
There's always like every time I look down, there's like grass and shit in my like little pieces of
shit you ain't even walked through.
Yeah, just like little pieces of like
Yeah.
little leaf pieces or whatever. It's like they look nice, but it's like I'm always having to brush them off and shit.
Yeah, that was one catch about the suedes.
So those are for inside. If I'm gonna be inside,
Right,
a lot.
right. And ones, I think, just like Jordan ones, the Concord Grape Jordans, the ones with the patent leather. A lot of ones, especially lows, you can wear with slacks. You can wear them with your jeans. You can let the jeans hang on them. You can tie it, roll them, and they're always gonna look good. They look good with pants. They look good with shorts.
I wore the elephant skin ones that I have to that job interview. I had a suit jacket on. I didn't wear a tie, but I had a suit jacket. I had some black. They were like black slacks, elephant skin Jordans. Pretty nice.
And I
didn't get the job, but it's pretty nice.
It's all good, man. Future's bright. And I think they're way more socially accepted now. I mean, shit, you went on a job interview with some J's, usually that might get you the job. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm like the J's guy at work. Like I'm the only one wearing sneakers, and everybody else is wearing like whatever, like tennis shoe.
Your sneakers say a lot more about you than I just got sneakers on.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Well, and I always make sure that my shirt matches.
There's a task at hand.
It just looks like it. I just look like I'm about that action a little bit.
There you go. That's it.
Like I just look like I know what's going on.
That's it.
I just look a little extra put together. And I think maybe it's even a little subliminal. Like I don't know if people even notice that I match my shoes to my shirt every day.
They notice. They notice. I mean,
but it's just like
maybe I notice because I'm
like
a barber.
Just a little extra to look a little.
And I head to toe everybody.
Yeah.
Especially when they come in and it may be a bit because I'm from the old school where it was about making yourself presentable. Even on Sunday in your bummy clothes, have your best bummy clothes on. You know, just making yourself presentable. And, and if I see somebody walk in and I can tell almost automatically who they are about not even their slacks or their shirt, but their sneakers.
Yeah. I got a nice pin roll. I'm always laced up nice and tight.
Pin roll to me.
For me.
You took time to do that.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the pin roll itself, but you took time to do that.
Yeah.
I
don't think anybody really notices that shit, but it makes me feel good. You look good, play good. That's what Dion says.
I don't know, man.
I agree with that. If anybody,
yeah, all day.
If anybody notices, they don't say anything, but I don't care because it's for me.
Yeah.
So
it's for you and for you only. Yeah. I think more people notice it.
I know I look a little extra sharp than just putting a pair of jeans on.
Especially after COVID. I don't know if you noticed it, but during COVID, a lot of people just fucking gave up on themselves. You know what I mean?
Me.
So if you made it out of COVID still caring about your tight rolls and your new ones.
I don't care as much now that I have because I got those like, they look like slacks, but they're not. They're like joggers.
I've seen those.
So they have the cinch at the bottom, so I can't pin roll those. But I have a couple days a week where I pin roll.
Yeah, all that to me means you took time to make yourself presentable. Mm-hmm. Whether it's 90% for yourself and 5% for society, it just shows me you took time, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
Man to man, for sure. I can compliment another man.
Well, dude, I only ever get compliments from dudes. Like, dudes stop me, and usually they have cool shoes on too.
Yeah,
I'm like,
especially in the sneaker game. Yeah. Especially that might start a conversation.
Like the only time I get any compliments, it's another dude in Nikes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's usually in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he might not have none on that day, but tomorrow he gonna rock his because you did.
Yeah.
You see, so it the sneaker game bridges gaps, man.
Yeah.
It definitely bridges gaps.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna be 80 years old in the retirement home, man, with a fresh pair on still. We're that generation. Can you think about that shit? I'm like be in the retirement home.
I don't want to think about it.
Bumping NWA and shit.
I don't think we'll need to be in a retirement home, dude.
Yeah.
I think we'll have a little robot that fucking does shit for us.
What was I watching the other day?
And I think we'll be healthy a long time, dude. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Not to totally derail the fucking thing.
Go ahead, dog.
But did you see that study of the meat replacement stuff? The vegan, the impossible meat and stuff?
Man, I've been on top of that for the past
they were like
3 or 4 years.
They did they had a group of people that were on the verge of diabetes, and they had them eat regular meat, and then they had another group of people on the verge of diabetes, and they had them eat the impossible meat. And the impossible meat people had their sodium was like 50% higher, and their blood pressure was higher, and they had higher cholesterol and shit. So they were like, yeah, like a vegan diet is good for you, and this is vegan, but this is not good. This is not necessarily good for you.
I'm glad you brought that up, because we probably a little bit before COVID, we had to, how can I revamp? I hate calling it a diet because it's not a diet, but we kind of had to revamp our diet because, I'm researching. Yeah. I think it was when Burger King came out with that Impossible. Whopper. So I'm like, let me see really what's up with this shit, right? And I started digging in. Okay, you can put some shit together and make it look like a hamburger. And you can call it vegan. But just because you call it vegan doesn't mean that it's good for you.
Well, yeah, vegan doesn't mean healthy.
It doesn't mean healthy.
It just means there's
now plant-based,
not vegan in it. Yeah.
And that's we had to stop calling ourselves vegans. We are now plant-based, which we and I'm guilty of it. Every now and then I'll grill me a Beyond Burger, you know what I mean? But I don't. Out of 30 days, I might consume that one day out of those 30 days. Yeah. It's not a go-to. Mm-hmm. It's not something you want to put in your lunch pail and eat during lunch. The shit's not good for you. Now, if it says plant-based, then that's the route you want to go, which is plant-based, then that's the cutoff line. So right now we're staying away from the vegan shit, and we're probably about 90% plant-based right now. Yeah, probably about 90% plant-based right now, where 3 years ago we were probably about 75, 80. And, we're just trying to get better with it.
That's good, man. Whatever works for you guys.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I'm still eating meat. That's my update.
And that's cool. And I'm not one of those.
I just like it. I'm
not a radical where you eat meat, you're bad. I'm not that guy. I mean, because I used to eat the shit.
Well, yeah, and I don't care what you eat. So,
and I tell a lot of people, if you're gonna continue to eat meat, I would, if I was you, I would put some chickens in your backyard. If you can buy some land, get your own cows, get your own shit, all your own shit, and when you go to slaughter that cow, you're not putting shit in, you're not adding, you know what I mean, and that's probably gonna be at least 50-60% better for you than slaughtered meat coming from a plant. So True. I'm not one of those radicals where I hate meat eaters. Nah, I always said if the lights went out, bro, and we had to go back, shooting for food and shit, I would have to become a livestock farmer.
Yeah,
and slaughter all my own shit right there and shit. Then cut it off the cow and throw that motherfucker on the grill, and I'm not pumping it with all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Pescatarians, I think I think a pescatarian is like fish.
Yeah, fish only.
If you can, dig a hole in your fucking backyard and raise your own fucking fish. Feed your own fish what you want to feed your fish, and you know what your fish are eating. Oh yeah, you can go and grab that motherfucker, throw them right in the skillet, and you're good. Fish, the shit that's coming from like hatcheries and shit, you know what I'm saying? That shit is so infested with, oh man, we don't even want to talk about that, but it's a lot of parasites in fucking fish, man, from those hatcheries and shit, from your grocery stores and shit. So I always tell people, man, if you want to continue eating meat, beef, stay the fuck away from pork. Just don't eat that shit.
Yeah, I haven't been liking pork for a while.
Yeah, pork is so bad for you, bro. By the time you, I think it's a 6-ounce pork steak or whatever. By the time you get done cooking that, it has zero nutritional value in it for you. You didn't season that motherfucker up, browned it up, threw some green beans, and by the time you're done cooking that pork steak, there's zero nutritional value. So just stay completely the fuck away from pork. But if you're gonna continue to eat meat, try to find a butcher.
Yeah, there's a good one in town.
Oh, Herb on the corner over there.
We used to like to get meat.
Yeah,
from.
and ask Herb, hey, where this is coming from, and Herb should tell you. If you can find a kosher butcher, go that route. But definitely stay away from Walmart beef. Did I say that out loud? I did. Because that's probably where they're experimenting with that shit. All that fake shit you're talking about. Yeah, it's a dirty dog game out here, man, what they doing with fruits and veggies nowadays, man. Yeah. And poultry. Like I say it jokingly, shit, they're growing meat now and shit, man.
Oh, yeah, and they kill like Sam's Club kills like fucking 20 million chickens a day or some shit.
Where all them chickens coming from?
I don't know.
They ain't. Half of that shit probably ain't even real.
Let's see.
20 million a day, bro. I can't remember what year it was. I was in prison. It was a hot ass summer. It was like one of them deadly ass summers.
106 million a year.
That's crazy. It was the year like millions of chickens died across America. And what you think we was getting on our fucking trays in the penitentiary for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? I mean, I'm talking about like some of these motherfuckers look like pterodactyl wings laying across the fucking tray and shit, man. Chicken this, chicken tetrazzini, chicken this, chicken that, chicken this, chicken that. All them fucking killed over fucking chickens went to the fucking prisons and shit. Mm-hmm. So I was like,
chicken's a lot cheaper than cows and shit.
Yeah. I stopped eating the fucking food in the chow hall in the penitentiary when they would clear the yard off when the trucks would come in. No matter what time of day it was, if there was a truck delivery to go into the kitchen, you had to clear off the yard and shit. I think I had some R&R, so I had like they call it extra duty, so I had to go like help them and shit, right? And then I couldn't touch the food, I couldn't touch the boxes, but you kind of like just fucking standing there. And I remember seeing the, grade A, grade B. I've never seen C or D until I went to prison. So I'm like, what? Grade C, grade D food? What the fuck? What the fuck? This is the shit that goes to the fucking dog food plant, bro. They sending this shit to us.
It's fucked up.
So dude. I stopped eating in the fucking chow hall, man. I like to say that's when I kind of went plant-based in there.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff do you have on your list, man? You said you had a list.
Yeah, man, I got a little list here.
To talk about my shoes.
I've been trying to keep a lot more notes here, man. Trying to get my life organized. Right now, it's controlled chaos. Big homie, man. The big homie. Somebody asked me to talk about. Somebody said some dumb shit the other day.
Okay.
I didn't hear it with my own ears. I actually came in on the ass end of the conversation, and I think we may have talked about it before. I may have asked you some episodes back in the day, but growing up, and you ain't necessarily got to be from the hood. It don't matter where you from. You can be from the burbs. The big homie is the big homie. Did you have a big homie?
Not really.
No. There wasn't a guy in the neighborhood, couple 2-3 years older than y'all, and just kind of looked out for y'all and showed y'all shit, showed you the ropes.
Not really.
Kept you out of trouble.
Nah, we were all kind of the same age. We didn't really have anybody bigger. No, I mean some of our friends had like older brothers and shit, but they didn't want to fuck with us.
They didn't want to fuck with y'all.
Yeah.
What'd he say? What'd they say? He said, some of y'all got sugar daddies out here too. They just call them big homie. And I thought,
what?
That's the dumbest fucking shit. These young motherfuckers, man, they say some of the stupidest shit to get a rah-rah out of people. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And like I said, I came in on the ass end of the conversation, but I see the big homie just ain't valued anymore. And what I mean by a big homie is, I said he's sometimes 2, 3, maybe sometimes 5 years older than you. He's probably already been getting pussy. Probably already been smoking weed.
See, I think we would have thought that was weird.
Really?
I think that'd be too much older.
3 years, 2, 3 years.
Well, I think 5 was getting too much. Like I feel like how old are you?
I'm 48.
No, I mean like in the
in that
like
time,
when you had a big like you're like 11 or something.
Yeah, I'm about 11, 12.
So it's like I feel like if a 16-year-old was hanging out with me a lot, my mom would have been like,
no, he's not. He's not hanging out with you at all.
oh, okay.
You're somewhere in the neighborhood, and
he's just like, hey,
y'all about to do some shit,
do something weird,
and he sees it. Yeah, hey man, get y'all's motherfucking asses over here. Matter of fact, come with me, and he gets you the fuck up out of there. Yeah, just saved your life.
I thought it was like he rolls up at your house, like get in the car.
No.
You run out, get in the car. I was like, I think maybe my mom would have thought that was kind of
nah. He's not hanging. He doesn't want to hang out with you.
Okay, that's what I thought was
like,
weird.
Hey, man,
I was like,
what y'all about to do? Or, hey man, I got some shit we about to go do. Man, you want to roll with me real quick?
Yeah, we didn't have anybody like that, I guess, because
really
we weren't ever really about to do any dumb shit, man. Like,
doesn't even have to be dumb shit.
You know,
he's
I don't know. We just didn't. I don't know.
He's guiding you.
Yeah. No.
Right. Mm-mm. He's guiding you the right way, and he's taking you away from the wrong shit. That's a big homie to me back in the day.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, I get it. Yeah, just no. Not
really. For example, may you rest in peace, one of my favorite homies, Jimmy Brown, man. I was walking down the street and I had a 9mm in my bomber jacket, man. I don't know what I was about to go do. I'm probably 16, 15, 16, 17 maybe. And I see the gold Cadillac kind of pull in front of me. And it's late. And he looks at me like, fuck you, get your ass in the car. So now I'm riding with the big homie and I got this I can't let him know I have this. Mm-hmm. He knows my uncle. He knows my whole family. Like, he could probably knock me out and take me to my family, and they'll be cool with it, right? So he rides me around with him, lets me hit the little joint, takes me around some females, lets me see some titties and some ass. Now I got the munchies. He'll take me to Sam's, get me some burgers and some fries. We'll ride around a little more, listen to some music. Next thing you know, I'm over here. We in front of my house, man. Get your ass out, man. Go in the house. He just saved my life. I might either killed myself that night with that gun or killed somebody else with that gun. Mm-hmm, That's the big homie.
Yeah,
he's not valued anymore today to these youngsters, and it's so heartbreaking.
Yeah,
I think that's why a lot of you motherfuckers act the way you do, because the big homie ain't valued anymore. Y'all don't want to listen to the big homie say, "Hey man, I've been there, I've done that, I know exactly where you going, I know which way you taking. Oh fuck you." It's like, damn homie, and the next time I see you, you on the compound, because the big homie ain't valued no more. And I just want to say, man, we got to bring the big homie back. Yes. For all the fellas out here 40 and up, white, black, no matter where you from, man, you got to be that to the young bloods, man. There's a whole generation being literally wiped out right now because they don't value anything. I think a lot of us need to quit being selfish and start pulling these motherfuckers to the side, man, and saying, hey, man, I mean, it's up to them and whether they want to listen or not. But I feel better being that big homie, pulling them to the side and saying, hey, man, it ain't going to be worth it tomorrow, homie. And they may fuck you, all right? I may see you again, I may not. Mm-hmm. And I leave it at that. But I still feel that it's my obligation to, and I'm challenging everybody. The 35s and ups, I'm challenging y'all, man. We gotta bring the big homie back, for real. Cause he ain't valued no more. And I think we'll see a shift.
Yeah, we didn't have anybody like that really. But it wasn't even like we were hanging out in the neighborhood. Like we all lived in different neighborhoods and we would just go over to each other's houses. So it wasn't even like, there wasn't really a lot of like neighborhood connection or like nobody knew where the fuck I lived.
Oh, word?
Like nobody could drive me home.
Like you couldn't walk around the corner and, hey man, come on out, and then walk down the street. Come on out.
Nah.
Really?
No. Now my friends all lived in different neighborhoods, so
really,
it was like I had to get dropped off.
Damn. That sounds crazy to me.
Yeah. Yeah, well, because I lived in Belmont, but I went to Freedstrom.
Where's that at?
In the Highlands. Yeah, so I went to...
I never really... I went to school. If you asked me to come pick you up and drive through there...
Yeah. So I went to school over in the Highlands, so it was like all my neighborhood kids went to Belmont.
Okay. Just that area. Yeah, that area is kind of...
Yeah.
It's not really...
And then in high school, everybody just lived in different... Everybody could drive and shit, so...
Yeah, growing up in the hood, man, everybody was either within houses... or blocks away.
Yeah, I don't even really... I mean, there was a couple neighbors around our age. Like, there was a couple neighbors around my age. There was a couple neighbors around my brother's age. I don't even really remember if my sister had any neighborhood friends.
Like, I say this all the time. Like, I know kids got kidnapped in the 80s. I don't want to sound stupid or anything, but very rarely as much as they do today. You know, I could come out of my house, and I lived on 23rd and Dudley, original Dudley block. And by the time I got to 27th Street, we were already probably 10, 15 deep. Just because everybody lived that close.
No, nothing like that.
You know, you stand in your screen doorway and see the group coming, and you run out and join the group. And by the time we get to 27th Street, so like I said, if anybody ever pulled up on us and tried to kidnap us, we'd have beat your ass. Stripped your car, had your wallet, your jewelry and shit, and went on to school with a gold chain on. By the time we got to the school, we was probably 20, 25 deep, dog.
That sounds fun. That'd be cool, but that just wasn't like that for me.
Man. Oh, damn. I thought everybody had that.
Nah. That's what it was like in the barracks. You just knock on everybody's door, go all the way down the line.
Okay, so you grew up in the hood.
See who's down to come.
Yeah. I mean, different hood. You got a taste of it. Barracks.
The bricks.
So were they high rises? Were they flats? What were they?
They're like 3 stories.
So like projects?
They weren't huge.
Can you call them projects?
Yeah, kind of.
Did they look like projects?
Kind of, yeah. When I got there, dude, because the infantry barracks is like everybody did call it the ghetto because it was worse. It was just worse. And like all the other barracks, they had like basketball courts and they had like grill areas and shit. And you got like,
I mean, because the old, I think, what was it? After Pearl Harbor, when they imprisoned all the Japanese people and shit.
Yeah.
Weren't a lot of those turned into bases after they released a lot of those people?
I don't know. Maybe. I
think I heard something like that.
I heard that. I don't know.
And then they labeled them projects for like low income people.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think maybe. I could be wrong.
Yeah, when I showed up, my door still had like a key. Everybody else had like key cards. You get beep beep, and it would open your door. You know, I had a key, so I had to like, and they were worried we were gonna lose our keys, so we had to tie them to our pants. So that they were like, we had a string long enough that it'd still be connected to our pants, so we could unlock our door. But they could fucking get them open with a credit card and shit. So when
latchkey kids, they turned y'all into latchkey kids.
So when they wanted to fuck with you, they would just break into your room and fuck with you. Like you couldn't just not answer the door because they would just fucking pick the lock. So you'd be sitting there all scared while you heard them picking the lock outside, and then they'd get in and just haze the fuck out of you.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. Like fuck that, I'm getting up fighting.
I mean,
I'm coming feet first.
That's not how it works. Dude.
Like, God damn, you just got to lay here and take it. Fuck it.
It's not how it works. Like, people tried that, and it's a lot easier to just do it. Because when you do it, you get their respect. And if you don't do it, you get your ass kicked, and you don't get any respect.
If you fight back,
dude,
it's not good to fight back.
You're getting fucking rocked, dude. You're getting rocked back. You're probably getting thrown down the fucking stairs if you fight back. I'm sorry, you're probably getting put in between 2 matters, duct taped, and thrown off the fucking building.
That shit still trips me out, man. I talk about that to this day.
That's what happens when you fuck around. So like they're like, oh, you want to fuck around? And they go, and they throw you off the building.
That shit fucks me up.
Well, dude, man. And then everybody
that's attempted murder, man.
Well, dude, everybody else is like, you know what? I'm good. Like,
I'm good.
They're like, I'll do push-ups.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, like,
oh man.
Like I'll do push-ups till I puke. Whatever is fine, dude.
You just free falling. You don't know.
Like, dude,
how you gonna land?
Yeah, man. Like it wasn't good. Like those dudes who are like, oh, if I go boot camp and drill instructor gets in my face, I'm gonna rock his ass. Dude, you're gonna get fucked up. You're gonna.
Yeah,
like I don't drill
like.
However tough you are, whatever. There's they're gonna beat the shit out of you.
I go back to the movie. What was the movie? He just passed away. Lou Gossett Jr. Classic. Richard Gere. Officer and a Gentleman. Mm-hmm. Remember in that part when he beat the fuck out of Richard Gere in that shit? Man, he challenged the drill sergeant.
Oh, yeah, that's probably what would happen.
Yeah, and he took him in that Quonset building. He beat the fuck out of that motherfucker. He thought he was an old drill sergeant. He was going working. Nah, he beat the fuck out that motherfucker, man. Mm-hmm. I'll never forget that part. That shit looked real, matter of fact.
Yeah, and then you get to the fleet, and it's like, they're going to kick your... And they're probably going to tell all your friends to help kick your ass, and they're probably gonna. Mm. So you're just going to... You're going to get jumped, dude. No matter what you do, it's going to be like 12-on-1 all the time, no matter what.
Lay down and take it.
Yeah, so it's easier to just do the burpees or whatever. It's easy. Like the hazing is like cleaning or like doing jumping jacks in your sleeping bag, whatever the fuck. It sucks, but it's like it's nothing crazy. I actually like they burnt all my knuckles with cigarettes. Some of it does get a little fucking crazy.
They burnt all my knuckles with cigarettes.
Yeah, but I never got thrown off a building.
United States Marine Corps, boy, ain't nothing like it.
And sometimes they would just be like, "I'm gonna beat your ass now," and it's like, "Okay, I guess you beat my ass." And they would just fucking.
After I did all this, well, hey.
Yeah. Good times. But then you get boots and you get to do it to them, and it's pretty cool.
There you go.
Just keep the cycle going.
We call that.
I wonder what it's like now, man. It's probably different. I mean, I know it's different because we almost got in really big trouble.
Okay, so
and we were like, okay, it's over now.
Like I said, I watched the Sean Ryan show. Would you say it was? I hate using these words sometimes, but would you say it was? Soft?
I mean, yeah, but everybody says that, you know? Like the dudes that were in 2 years.
That's what I said. The dudes from 50
and
years, 40 years, 30 years ago, they're all going to say.
And it's because it is. Like, it's exactly like football. Like, everybody's like, oh, rule change, getting soft. I mean, and it is. Because, like, the dudes that were in before me, they got hazed way worse than I did. And then, like, as stuff happened, they made it illegal, and you couldn't do it anymore. But, like...
would you say that's...
Before that stuff was illegal... They were doing like whatever the fuck.
Would you say that's one of the biggest changes in the hazing, or is it like your tactics and your operations? It just
I don't know.
Is it more than that?
Well, I don't know anything about the tactics or operations anymore.
Like technological wise, they probably got shit that you
probably
never
way
even
different
thought of.
Yeah, I mean probably. I don't know.
You've been out how long now?
Fucking 10
years.
10
oh yeah, they got some shit
years.
that would probably blow your mind away right now.
12 years. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good point. I don't know what the fuck they got. I haven't cared at all. Like I haven't looked into it. I haven't asked anybody. Like ever since I left, it's like peace. I'm out.
Right.
I'm gone.
Right.
So I don't really know what it's like now. But the hazing thing changed pretty much while I was there. Because like when I got there, you'd have a big meeting, and the company first sergeant would talk to you, and he'd be like, "I have an open door policy. You can call me anytime."
That's what they say.
If you have a problem. Right. That's what they say. And we're all in the crowd, and we're like, hey, he's saying that, but he does not mean that.
They say that when you come into prison too. If somebody's just harassing you sexually or anything, come tell us. Like, yeah, right. Yeah, like I can really fucking do that.
Well, like when I got that talk, like, hey, I'm your first sergeant. You can call me if you need anything. If you called him and you were like, hey, first sergeant, I'm getting fucked with, he would call and just tell your squad leader and be like, hey, so and so just called me and he's being kind of a pussy, and then you'd get fucked up about it. So like calling him was horrible, but at some point it changed. And I mean, what happened to this kid was kind of fucked up. It was fucked up enough that I pulled the plug on everything, and I was like, we're all going inside and everybody's going to bed and tonight's over. But he called first sergeant, and first sergeant was like, okay, let's file a report. And that was the first time that ever happened.
Ooh.
Yeah, and we were like, whoa, we're like, this is different. Like,
that's a 5 alarm.
Well, yeah, like it happened like overnight. Like one day everything was fine and hazing was cool and it was like part of the deal and it built like camaraderie and shit, which I don't know. I'm 50. Like I don't think fraternities need to be hazing.
No, this ain't that kind of.
Like I don't think they need. I think that's just kids being like dudes being fucked up to each other. Like as soon as
bullies.
Just people bullying each other. But I feel like in a military situation, it's okay to do because it's like I need to know that you're gonna be okay with that amount of stress. Like I have to know.
We have to know right now.
And the only way that I can know if you're going to be okay with that amount of stress is if I stress the fuck out of you. And
okay, so take me through the first day in the Marine Corps. Is it
like at boot camp?
Is it going through the motions?
Yeah, I mean the first
showing you around. Hey, come over here. This is where. Or are you a fucking Marine as soon as you get off that bus?
Yeah, like at boot camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it starts at the airport.
Oh,
it starts before you even get on the bus.
Leeway at the airport.
Yeah,
it's starting. So
and then they so you get on the bus. I feel like I don't think I've gone super detailed about it though.
No, I want to know about that first day.
Yeah, so you get on the bus. First of all, there's a dude at the bus who's like he's in the Marine Corps, but he's not going to be a dick to you. So he's at the airport, and he's to make sure that like you're where you're supposed to be when the bus gets there. So he's kind of chill, and he tells you like, "Hey, man, you're not ready for what's about to happen to you. Like I'm talking 5 minutes, shit's gonna change for you. You are not ready. Like here, you need to be standing here like this. Like don't do this. Like it's kind of the big homie actually, a little bit. Like we're incoming. He's like gives me like a 5 minute like." Here's how you need to be standing here. Here's how you need to look, or else you're going to get fucked with.
That's the big homie.
So you're just standing there, and then the bus rolls up, and then the doors open, and these drill instructors jump off, and it's boot camp time. Like, and you're in public. You're just
at the airport.
You're just at the San Diego airport, and they're like ripping the fuck.
Not
out
off
of
to the side or
no.
nothing.
You're just in front, like ready to get picked up, just like at the regular airport.
Well, it's San Diego, so it's probably normal to a lot of people there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they all know. So you get on the bus, and they make you ride the bus with your head between your knees. And then they drive around for like fucking 45 minutes. The boot camp is like across the street from the airport, but they drive you around like forever just to disorient you, just so you don't know what the fuck's going on. And then the whole time you're getting yelled at, whatever. And if you showed up with long hair or something, that was a fucking mistake. Some dudes showed up in like Marine Corps t-shirts and they got fucked up for that. It's like, oh, you think you deserve to wear Marine Corps shit already, and they got like you're already a target. So you show up. Like I didn't have, and then some people have their heads like shaved already, and they're like, "Oh, you're trying to get out of having your head shaved while you're here. We're gonna put you through the chair anyway, and the barber's just gonna
no win for losing on that ride
against your fucking skull. Like it's gonna happen no matter what, and it's gonna suck. And anything that you do to try to prepare is probably gonna make it worse. So I showed up like basically with the haircut Jana kind of gives me, except shorter. So that it would be easy to buzz up because my recruiter kind of hooked me up a little. He gave me some tips like show up with short hair, but not so short that it looks like you buzzed it before you got there because they're gonna be fucking annoyed if you did that. Show up with like a normal haircut but short because those.
Oh my god! God damn!
Like dude, they call her the Dragon Lady.
Oh shit! I bet she. Oh
she's
my god!
She's an Asian lady.
Zip 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 zip.
Yeah, so they call her at boot camp. They call her the Dragon Lady. They're like, you're gonna get there. The Dragon Lady's probably gonna cut your hair. Like my recruiter's telling me about this lady that cuts your hair before I'm even there, dude. And she's like, no fucking mercy, dude. Like if you have knots or something in your hair, it's she's ripping through it. Like if the clippers stop, she don't give a fuck. She's not stopping. It's going.
Damn.
So yeah, he's like, show up with like short hair, but not super short, and make sure it's gonna be easy to cut. So yeah, they get you off the bus and you stand on the yellow footprints. It's
the yellow footprints.
Yeah,
yellow line in prison.
It's actually kind of
double yellow line in prison.
I'll show you a picture. It's actually.
I'm sure they vary from prison to prison.
It's these yellow footprints, and then there's like this big, fucking. You get off the bus and you gotta stand on these. And then there's like this big thing about being a Marine or whatever that the drill instructors read to you. It's all motivating. It's like, I don't even remember what it says. I'm not gonna be able to find it right now. But you stand there, the drill instructor says some shit to you, and then that day is all like processing, basically. Like you get all your shots, you get your fucking. I bet you got penicillin.
Oh yeah, we got all that, man.
And it goes. They put it in your ass.
Put you in the chair. They lock you down. Yeah. Oh, this is prison. Not the Marine Corps. They put you in the chair, lock you down, take like 3 cups of fucking blood.
Yeah,
put some shit in you.
See, the only difference was they didn't lock us down.
Give you the shot where it bubbles up.
Yeah, the tetanus. And
shit. Yeah, man.
The only difference was
I don't know what they put me in.
They didn't lock us down because we had to be there, so it was like an assembly line. Like we just took our shirts off. And then there was like a line of people with needles, and we just walked through. And like as you passed them, they're just like, tsh, 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 tsh. And then you get to the wall. You get to the wall, dude, and there's yellow handprints on the wall. And they're like, put your hands on the handprints, and you're on the wall. Like, what the fuck? They're like, they go take your pants off and put your hands on the wall, and you're like,
what are we doing now?
Okay. and then they put the penicillin shot in your ass.
All the way to the bone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had. Oh my God!
And
I cried.
everybody's sitting there for 2 days, like, oh my, like rubbing it.
I cried, dog.
And the drill instructors are kind of almost nice to you about that. They're like, rub it. Just
I swear to God, they scraped my bone on that
dude,
fucking
like
shit, man.
They're telling you to rub it. We call it.
They made us lean on the table, put one foot up on the step and one foot down, and they made us do it like that.
Oh yeah,
with our pants down. And come like take your pants down.
We're like that on the wall. It's fucked up. Yeah, we call it the peanut butter shot because it's all thick and it feels like a ball of peanut butter.
Oh yeah, just sitting in your ass cheek.
Yeah,
like a whole pinball. I was like, my ass cheek hanging off, man.
Yeah, we were all sitting there massaging our ass forever. And then you do a piss test, but it's like they have to see the piss leaving your dick, you know?
Yeah.
And they're doing like 50 of you at once, so they take you all into the bathroom and they just have you all face the middle of the room. And they're like, all right, get your dicks out and start pissing, basically.
And they're pissing you to make sure you don't have any addictions.
Well, yeah, because you can't be like, if you pop for like meth or something, they're just gonna kick you right out.
Oh, you done right there.
You're done, gone.
Oh shit, no shit. They don't want to clean you up or. Oh wow. Gone.
Yeah, you're supposed to be clean to even go to boot camp. Like they piss test you before.
Damn.
Then they piss test you again when you get there.
Yeah, I mean, we can't have you.
So yeah, it's like you just stand in a big circle and you're all making eye contact with each other and you all have your dicks out. And they're like, okay, piss. So if you got like stage fright about pissing, you're just. And like, if you got stage fright about pissing, they're gonna sit there making fun of you to your face.
Hey man, come on. You know what I'm saying? That's some pay attention.
And then there's a whole room of people waiting for you to
hurry your ass up
because nobody can leave until you. So it's like I was like, dude, thank God. I had to piss like a motherfucker. I was like, thank God. So like you'd piss until you filled the cup up, and then when you got it to the line, you had to turn around real fast and then finish in the fucking toilet. Yeah. And it's just all like there's a lot of like walking you around. There was a lot of showing us around, a lot of like here's what the rules are, all that shit. But it is like you are expected to
everything on the double though.
Yeah, you're
on
like
the triple.
You're expected to act and be a certain way, and you have to as soon as you get there, you're not allowed to say like I. You have to refer to yourself in the third person.
Okay,
you gotta say this recruit. You gotta say
like what does I mean?
This
bro?
Recruit. It's like AYE, like I. So like that just means like Roger, like I'll do it.
Okay.
That just means like I heard what you said and I'll like,
no initials or anything.
They're like, go do this. It's like aye, sergeant. Like just means I'm gonna go do it.
So okay, so you can no longer say I.
No, I can't say I can't say me. I can say I. That's like the only thing I'm allowed to say, basically.
And that's speaking
I, sir.
About yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I'll do it.
Yeah, no, I have to say this recruit will do it.
This recruit will do it.
Like, I'm not even allowed to use my name.
Completely different language. You got to learn a completely different language. And
yeah, and it's to, like, de-individualize you, you know? They shave your head to make you all look the same. You all dress the same. It's to make you, like, not feel like you're so individual.
Nobody in here is getting a number 1 jersey.
Exactly. Yeah. And, like, you're not any more important. You're not any different than anybody else. Like, I mean, the Marine Corps really is like, I didn't see anybody do any racist shit at all to anybody. Like, nobody cared. I didn't even care that you were black or Mexican or whatever. Nobody even fucking cared. There was one guy, I didn't see it, but there was one guy, he got a tattoo that said Southern Justice, had a noose on it. But they fucking kicked him out. Like, immediately. They were like, psh, you're gone, dude. Well, they told him, they were like, you can either get that removed or we can kick you out of the Marine Corps. And he was like, you can kick me out of the Marine Corps then. Fucking. They were like, okay, bye. And he was gone like the fastest I've ever seen anybody be gone. Like, there's no place for it openly. Like, it happens, but there's no, like, nobody's flying the Confederate flag and shit. Nobody's throwing the N-word around at anybody.
War's a dirty game, bro. And I've said this all my life. Like, I can pull my kidney out my body and put it in yours, you know, and everything's going to work.
Yeah.
So
if we're the same blood type,
you know, if we really want to get technical, but
positive.
Shit, my eyeballs, you know, everything, everything's the same.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, war is a whole different game. We ain't even going to talk about no gangbanging shit, but even if you're in the trenches and, you know, you gangbanging in the hood, like, there's a lot of shit that goes out the window, man.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of shit that goes out of the window.
It just really doesn't feel that important that you're black.
None of that shit
or
is
whatever.
important.
when like I got other shit to worry about.
Them motherfuckers is out there and they both want us.
Yeah, like I don't care if you're a Jew or
I don't give a fuck
like,
right now.
Whatever. Like
you know what I'm saying?
I'm not even gonna ask.
I just told somebody that the other day. Like, bro, I'm a not so much now. I'm older now. I'm chilling out, but I'm a warrior, man. I'm a combatant, and the way I look at it, and not to get it like political or anything, but as far as I look at me and you, it's us against them. You know what I'm saying? And if it all came down to it, where it had to be us against them, I need the white dudes. I need the gay dudes. I need, hey, bro, come over here, bro, and let's collectively, and we'll defeat these motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, especially when it comes to some us against them shit.
Yeah, hopefully it never comes.
Hopefully it never comes to that, but if it did come to that, yeah, we need all of y'all. We're gonna need all.
Because have you seen stuff for that movie Civil War?
Yeah,
I almost want to go see it, but it feels like too real. Like I feel like I'll leave really scared. Because I feel like it could happen like tomorrow. Like I could walk out of that movie and it could be happening.
And I've been kind of like checking it out. Only one thing I have a problem with is California and Texas teaming up.
Is that what happens in the movie?
It's kind of what they're not joining forces, but they're allying. You know, they'll fight for each other if one's attacked.
Well, I mean, we talked about it in the show. Like half the people in Texas are from California now.
So
kind of
that's what makes it freaky.
Weird.
You know what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute. There's been a total migration from California to fucking Texas. Is it an infiltration or what is it? But in the movie, they will fight for each other, even though they're of the Western Coalition, Western Front, or whatever the fuck they call it.
Yeah, seems too weird to me. Hopefully, we just never get into civil war. I think we went a little long on this one, actually, but that's cool. It's a good talk, man. That was fun.
Yeah, it was dope, dog. Good to be back.
Needed that, dude.
We missed shout out to my moms, man. Yeah. My mom's 66th birthday today. Happy birthday, mom.
Oh, happy birthday.
We gonna party this weekend.
Yeah, sure.
Yes,
yes.
Right,
very fun. All right, well, have a great week, especially you, Mama D, 66th birthday. Yeah, check us out on our social media. I thought maybe I had something else to say, but I don't. Check us out on our social media, mostly Instagram. Thanks for listening. Most importantly, tell your friends to listen to us too. And while you're here, give us a like, subscribe, follow, review, whatever you do on the app that you listen to us on. And catch us next week. Same time, same place, uploaded whenever.